Hi guys, welcome once again to Books Wale Bhaiya. I hope you and your families are keeping absolutely safe in these pandemic times. Well, today I'm talking about three very interesting, very fascinating books. But before I begin to set the context of this session, I would like to ask all of you one question. Do James Bond stories fascinate you? Do you like reading about or watching movies on spy agents who put their lives at risk, go to the enemy lands, go to different countries to extract information or some other mission which help their countries? Well, I am not reviewing any James Bond novel here, but I am talking about the books which have information about the Indian James Bonds and the organization which helped create Indian James Bonds. I am talking about the Research and Analysis Wing, India's External Intelligence Agency. I have recently read three books on RAW, and RAW, as it is commonly known, the Research and Analysis Wing is. I recently read three books on RAW. I found all of them to be very interesting, and I'll be sharing my feedback on all three of them. The first book which I have is called The War That Made R&AW. It's authored by Anusha Nandkumar and Sandeep Saket. They both work with the film industry since almost more than a decade, and it's the first book for both of these guys. So this book gives you an information on the history of RAW. It gives you the behind the scenes information of why RAW was envisaged, how India felt the need for an external intelligence agency, even though it already had the intelligence bureau. It was overseeing both internal as well as external intelligence. There were certain events the book describes, for example, an Indian plane crash in 1955, which was actually a result of a sabotage, India's defeat in the 1962 war, in the war with Pakistan in 1965, which makes Indian leadership realize that there is a need for a specialized external intelligence agency, and then how Mr. N Kao was chosen to lead and how he led this organization. He started and led this organization for a significant period of time. This book then moves to the 1971 Bangladesh war, the war which actually led to the creation of Bangladesh, and you can say almost 80% of this book covers the Bangladesh war and what critical role did RAW play in the creation of Bangladesh, because the East Pakistan, as Bangladesh was known then, sought help from India for liberation from West Pakistan. India, through R.N. Kao, the founder of RAW, and other experts decided what to do, how to help Bangladesh, because there had to be several covert operations which had to be launched to help East Pakistan claim independence from West Pakistan. It provides a very detailed account of the 1971 war and the role of RAW in that. So if you're looking for detailed information about the 1971 war, well, this has to be the book. The one thing I liked about this book is that it reads like a thriller. It's really a fast-paced book. There's not a dull moment in this book, and it's a small book, so you can actually finish it easily in one go, in fact. The next book I'm talking about is called R. Kao Gentleman Spymaster. So, well, as the title suggests, this book is about the founder of RAW, the man who not only started and led and in fact established and nurtured this institution. This book tells you about the history of R. Kao himself, about his childhood, even a bit about his ancestors, his childhood, how he joined the Indian Police Service, the challenges he faced, the assignments he did before RAW was started. For example, the inquiry about the 1955 plane crash, then the moment when Ghana, a country in Africa, sought help from India in establishing their own intelligence agency. So what Mr. R. Kao did, the challenges he faced, and then with the events which led to the creation of R&AW. So they gives you a detailed information of R. Kao's own life as well as the key events which were handled by RAW. So 1971 war is something which of course is covered in this book as well. One very interesting thing is this book is information on India, on Sikkim's merger with India. Many of us might not even be aware that Sikkim was totally merged into India only in 1972, and RAW played a very pivotal role in that. So if you're looking for some detailed information about the institution as well as the man behind the institution, well, this has to be a book. The author Nitin Gokhale is a well-known defense and strategic analyst. He's already authored a number of books and he lectures on various institutions of repute. And if you read this book, the detailed research he has done will help you understand why he is known as one of the most sought after, most well known defense and strategy analyst. Do read this book if you are looking into details about RAW. The third book I am covering today is called RAW, A History of India's Covert Operations by Yatish Yadav. Yatish Yadav is a Delhi-based investigative journalist. Now this book's focus is on actually the actual missions undertaken by RAW. This book does not focus too much on RAW's history or on the personality traits of R and Kao. This book focuses more on the missions undertaken by RAW. Of course, again 1971 event is covered in this book. But interestingly, this book tells you about several other missions undertaken by RAW's role in the Afghanistan war, for example. After the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979, well, India also had a role to play in that through RAW. The book tells you what role RAW played in Fiji, in Sri Lanka, in Washington, in context to the Khalistani movement. So many things which I believe the common public may actually not be knowing about RAW and what it did internationally. I think this book covers a lot of such operations in detail. So if you're looking for detailed information on the covert operations of RAW, this is the book. I have one small complaint with this book is that the writing style is more like academic in nature. So if you're looking for a thrilling read, well, this might not be the book. But you're looking for detailed information on what RAW has done over all these decades, well, look no further. Because what this book covers, almost no other book on RAW covers. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you think I did a good job, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates. And the Amazon link to buy these books is given in the description box. And if you buy using these links, well, I will be entitled to a small commission from Amazon. Thank you once again, guys, and please stay safe. Thank you.